Did democracy, as we know it today, exist in the mind of a 5th century philosopher? Could the concept of the people's rule resonate with the thoughts of a man who lived almost 15 centuries before the birth of modern democracy? Welcome to a journey through time, to discover the views of one of the most influential philosophers of the early Christian Church, St. Augustine, on the subject of democracy. Born in 354 in what is now Algeria, Augustine was a man of profound thought. His early philosophical musings were influenced by the works of Plato and the Stoics. However, his initial views on governance echoed more of a Platonic model, favoring a philosopher king, a wise and just ruler, over any form of democracy. However, as Augustine's thoughts evolved, so did his understanding of governance. He came to appreciate the value of collective decision-making, seeing it reflective of Christian teachings of equality and brotherhood. The concept of democracy, as a system where power is vested in the people, started to have a significant place in his philosophical musings. In his seminal work, The City of God, Augustine presented his most mature thoughts on governance. Here, he moved away from the idea of a single enlightened ruler, leaning towards a system where the many could participate in decision-making. However, Augustine's democracy was not a mirror image of today's model. He envisioned a community of believers guided by Christian virtues, engaging in consensus decision-making. He believed that the virtue of love, or caritas, should guide this democratic process. Love for each other and the common good should be the driving force behind all decisions. In his view, this form of democracy would prevent the tyranny of the majority and ensure a just society, as decisions would be made with the welfare of all in mind. In summary, Augustine's view on democracy evolved from favoring a Platonic model of a philosopher king to appreciating the virtues of collective decision-making. His concept of democracy was deeply rooted in Christian virtues, particularly the virtue of love. He saw in democracy not just a system of governance, but a way to live out Christian teachings of equality, brotherhood, and love for one's neighbor. While his ideas may seem far removed from our notions of democracy today, they provide food for thought. They invite us to reflect on our current democratic practices and question whether we truly make decisions with the common good and love for each other in mind. Perhaps in these reflections we might find ways to enrich our understanding and practice of democracy today. This exploration into Augustine's views on democracy is not just a historical journey, but a philosophical one that resonates with our contemporary political discourse. So the next time you ponder about democracy, remember the 5th century philosopher who saw the potential for love, equality, and brotherhood in the democratic process. After all, the roots of our modern democracy may be deeper and more diverse than we often realize.